All right, last session of the day. Let me get this guy off of here. And we have Stephanie. Last session of the day.
What's up?
How you doing, Stephanie? From one room to the next.
Boom. I'm living the live life.
Nice. Oh, I'm gonna bring Andrew
There's
in.
Andrew.
And you, and I'll see you soon. And I'm starting a new podcast, and if you don't come on it, I should be hurt.
He's
All right. See you
multitasking.
later.
Multitasking.
Take it easy. Bye.
Where are you hanging out at the Yoast booth?
What's going on?
Still not sure where he is. So hello everyone. Let's see how many people have survived. So far we have 74 and Jonathan. How you doing? Jonathan is joining us on the chat over there. It's great to see you here, Jonathan. And I can see we have quite a few people with us. So that's great. Last session of the day. So really, what we wanted to do now is just do a bit of a roundup. I don't know if we're going to last the entire full hour, because I can see that the three of us
Guarantee you we're not.
I know.
I haven't been able to go to the bathroom in 4 hours, Vito.
Yeah, I know.
You drink a lot of water.
You must have been busy today because you've had a haircut.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
No, I just give it a little zhuzh. Just a little zhuzh, you know?
Zhuzh.
A little dry shampoo and a zhuzh.
Oh, Mr. Denwood's with us. I mean, that is incredible. That's crazy.
I don't know, Jonathan. Should I meet this guy?
You should meet Jonathan Denwood. He's one of the he loves WordPress, but in a very special way. He's got, Jonathan comment here when I say that, but no, he's got a lovely little
he's the host of WP
Tonic podcast that we, Vito and I, in the first year of launching what is now Atarim, was kind of on WP Tonic every week, every day.
Yeah, it's fun. I like going hanging out with some people and talking about stuff. But really, when you get a little table of smart people that come up with ideas, nothing can go wrong, really.
Exactly. So how was your day, Vito? You get the short straw, don't you? You get the 5 hours of or 4 to 5 hours of hosting, and you have to remain enthusiastic about it. It's not hard. The presenters you had this morning to deal with, or today, the first early part of the day.
Yeah, actually, it was really interesting today to listen to those guys. We kicked off the day with Ben, that was teaching us stuff about Elementor. By the way, everything that happened today you can now find inside the replays page. So that's going to be available for the next 24 hours. Every day we're bulk uploading everything directly onto there. I'm going to give a shout out to Jerome that is working late into the night this week to make sure that as soon as we stop the broadcast, he comes in after when we can't see him anymore, downloads the file, and uploads it back in there so people can keep enjoying all of this awesome content. So thank you, Jerome. And we started the day, we kicked off the day with Ben Pines from Elementor, which I also hung out at their booth later during the day, which was also awesome to see some faces in there. A lot of great conversations were sparked, and I know that they're going to be manning their booth for the rest of the event. So if you want to meet up some Elementor folks, have some questions about that, that's the place to go. So Ben basically was talking to us about hacks for agencies using Elementor. So Stephanie, I know that you're a Divvy girl, right?
I am a Divvy girl. And
have you ever tried it? Have you ever kind of explored the whole page builder game?
Yeah, I have, of course. I mean, at Focus WP, we work on all kind of websites. So I mostly have devs for that, but I do get my hands dirty a little bit. So I've played around with all of them. I'm the thing that you need to know about me is I'm not a hater. I'm not like a fangirl or a hater.
Shall I send people the private messages you sent me?
Probably not. Probably not. I meant I don't hate other builders. I actually don't hate anybody. I just have an inappropriate sense of humor, and so I just try and keep
Which I love, that's why.
it has to come out somewhere. And if I can't do it on a recorded thing, then I got to do something. So these guys are my victims. I have to tell them my terrible jokes all day long. But yeah, when I was building websites, doing WordPress stuff, this was like, I don't know how many years ago it's been. And I kept doing like all these different themes because I'm not like a hardcore coder. Like I need a theme to start with, basically, especially if it's going to be profitable in small sites and stuff. So I would get these themes and I couldn't it would just take too much work. So I thought, well, let me find somebody that has a bunch of themes that are all built the same. Q Elegant Themes. They had like 20. So I started with them, and then they launched Divvy. So I was already in their ecosystem. And so I started with that. And then all the other ones started popping up on my radar or being developed. I mean, Divvy was, if not the first, it was one of the, I think there's like your WP Bakery and all that, but I don't really count. That one I am a hater.
Yeah, that's the coders. I was Divvy. They had they had 87 themes.
Wow.
And
they had a lot.
When I went in with them, and I used one, Sky. That's the only one. And I just boilerplated that one, and just that was my theme for everything. Divvy came out. It changed my life, because I
but then I'm such a shiny object person. Like I get so distracted, and I just said like no. So my thing I say to every time I get in these Facebook groups and people are like getting in these battles about it, everybody wants to like trash every other one. And I'm like, you guys, like just pick one. You want to use Elementor, Divvy, Beaver, Oxygen. You want to try all the new things. Like you can build an amazing site in any of those platforms. Just learn it and do it. And so, like whatever, I don't care. Sometimes I get tempted.
Yeah, but I agree. It's a matter of getting proficient with the tool that you use.
Yes.
You can have all kinds of hammers and drills, but really, it's how you hold it that counts, right?
Well, Vito, you introduced me to a little page builder, or a little page editor. What was it called? We used it on when we were just building out Wahi.io. What was that page builder that you used? The text editor.
It was more of an editor, yeah. It was Wallace Inline.
Wallace Inline. I mean, I thought that's all you need. I thought this is amazing.
But the point with Wallace Inline, and that's the beauty about it, is that it allows you to cling on to any of the page builders. Oh no, that's not true. They support Elementor and Beaver Builder, and it allows you to block people from editing the page, which is the magic, especially when you're working with clients.
Yeah.
What's that called?
Wallace Inline.
Oh, but I don't think it works with Divvy, because Divvy is kind of Divvy. And this is it. Is Divvy a page builder? Not really.
It's a theme.
If you put the Divvy plugin onto another website, it's kind of, what happens, because it kind of takes over everything. So you haven't got the independence of.
No, it works. It works.
It does work, but it's not as good as if it's in with the Divvy theme. And don't get me wrong, I'm 100% Divvy. Right? If I'm not Divvy, I'm Shopify. So don't worry about it. My e-commerce sites are on Shopify.
I wasn't worried.
I'm a huge fan of Elementor, really.
See what I mean, people? Evil.
So
it's been a rough couple weeks for your people. Elementor's had a rough week and a half. Yeah.
Right. What, with the pricing change?
And then they had a vulnerability or hack. What was it last week? And
it's just been vulnerability. Yeah. But really, those vulnerabilities are coming into play if you don't have any other security measures in place.
Right. And I mean, they all have troubles. Is the thing.
Well, that's true. They all have it's bound to happen at some point, and especially with I don't think there's been a tool that hasn't gone through that. We take this very, very seriously at Atarim when it comes to security. But really, all you can do is just have proper locks in place. But if someone wants to break in, they're breaking into the Pentagon. It doesn't really. Nothing's gonna stop the people that want to come in.
Right.
No matter what we try.
And the whole point is that the websites are open necessarily, because otherwise how would people see them?
Right.
It's not there's a front door that you can knock on and say, right, I want to come in, and it's going to be an XXS scripting, or it's going to be an out-of-date plugin, or it's going to be an out-of-date theme.
So that actually brings us really nicely into one of the other sessions that we had today, which is by Miriam from Stratic, that was talking about something that will help us solve all of these problems, really, which is building static websites. Have you guys caught the concept? Did you kind of?
Yeah. I've looked at static a lot, and Miriam was at a few WordPress. She's very active in the WordPress arena, and so she gets involved in panels and discussions of this, and she's really embedded in this static headless WordPress.
Yeah,
and I kind of didn't get that concept, because I thought, well, if you want to headless, or if you want to, why don't you just build it in HTML? Why don't you just go back to what where it was, where we were building static websites at all? Now I kind of get it, because you've still got the power of WordPress, or the ease of use of WordPress, and then you just export everything to a static website. You still have a behind the scenes, invisible to the world WordPress setup. So I get it.
Content management system, really, that's the game compared to how we used to build things with HTML. Imagine, we're talking about not giving access to clients to edit things on a visual builder. Imagine giving them access to the HTML. That's a whole different nightmare, right?
Yeah. Then don't you think now clients expect to be able to edit their websites in an easy way, either through a front end editor, because of the advent of Wix and Squarespace and Shopify and everything? Well, I want to, I see these videos on Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn, and I see, well, why can't I edit my website like that? And they're kind of almost accusing web developers of saying, you're not letting me edit this because you want to charge me $75 every time I do an amendment. Yeah.
So I would actually take a different approach with this, because this is something that we're doing as an industry that I think is kind of wrong from its core. Because if when we talked about this, Andrew, I always compare this to like a pair of shoes, right? You go to the shop, you pay for the pair of shoes, and then imagine that the guy is telling you, okay, thank you for your money. Now I'm gonna keep the shoes right here at the shop, and if you want to look at them, you have to come in and ask me to open the box. And if you want to tie the laces, just ask me. I'm going to tie the laces, because I don't want you wearing the shoes, because you're going to get mud all over them and you're going to ruin them. And, and really, when you put it like that, which is really the reason why we're doing that, we're scared that the client is going to mess things up. So we're just not letting them wear the shoes ever. But what we're missing out is on them understanding the real value of what a WordPress website can do for their business, really. And I think you guys can agree that the clients that actually wear the shoes and wear them out are the ones that are coming back for more and asking for additional services, additional features. Maybe we can include a newsletter now. Maybe we can have a booking system. Maybe we can have that. Maybe we can have a quoting form, or I need a couple of landing pages. Maybe you can help me with that. So they kind of develop the understanding of where their limits are. But if they never really touch the shoes, they never know that they can run.
Exactly.
They keep walking barefoot for the rest of their life. So they like tread slowly, and they never understand that they can really run with web application.
No, that's true. And the theme of today, I noticed the theme of today was recurring income, care plans, extras, whatever, but building them in so that they don't feel painful, right? Chris Lemmer was talking about, doing a step ladder,
value ladder.
A little ladder, so going along there. David Vogelpohl was talking about recurring. Roxana from Social B was talking about, building a recurring stuff. She, obviously
marketing services,
told us about her marketing services and everything, that you can farm them out. I mean, Stephanie, your business is based on helping agencies grow by using your services, right? So, if I'm a freelancer and I've got 5 websites and I'm thinking, I can't do this because I've got to walk the dog, I've got to change the baby's nappies, I've got to, take the car to the service thing, then it's Focus WP, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you can help me out and get me out of the SH1T and everything's just wonderful. So that's
the SH1T.
Yeah.
I'll send you your referral later.
Oh, shush. But I'm saying that the thing is that you've got what something like this summit does, if you can attend and you've got time to attend, it's a kind of an aid memoir, or it's a bash around the head to saying, wow, I'm not seeing these opportunities because my head is there.
Yeah.
It's down. My nose is to the grindstone. And I'm not seeing the opportunities because I'm blinkered, because I'm overwhelmed. I'm at burnout stage. I've got too much work on and I can't cope. I'm not making enough money because this job is taking a little bit longer. So services like Social B, services like Managed WordPress, services like Focus WP, boom, I've got instant help, instant backup. That's what I call it. It's like I had a girlfriend years ago.
You did?
Yeah, only years ago.
Somebody dated you? What?
I've been single for 40 years now. I've got a girlfriend now. But I had a girlfriend years ago, and one guy came up to me and just not offended me, but tried to offend me, and she agreed. And I went, you're meant to be instant backup. You're my girlfriend, and that's where I get the instant backup from. Now, my current girlfriend is instant backup. If she heard what you say to me, I mean, really, she'd be on a plane straight away. But the point is that, and Vito, you are in trouble. But the point is that we don't realize what's out there because our field of vision is so blinkered into what we're doing.
And the fact of the matter is, we cannot be experts on all of these things.
Exactly.
You just can't.
Yeah.
I tell people we can help you scale by either adding on, we can just add more hands to the pot.
Sure.
It's stuff you know how to do. We can, but you landed a bunch of projects. Yeah, we can help with that. But also another thing, which I think this summit has been great for, is showing that you can add on services that aren't your strength, or you can offer these things high level where they have all kind of stuff. Vito, what are you doing to our background right now?
I'm trying to figure out the best.
He's just playing.
You don't like the blobs?
I'm going to take
the blobs back.
I'm going to take over.
I like the blobs, yeah. So but it's and I think a lot of times you go to a word camp or something like that, and the sessions are. I find that a lot of times they're either too technical, they're too in the nitty gritties of something that isn't for me, or they're too basic. Too simple. And I thought the sessions today have been really, really actionable for not just for me and my agency and my other business, but for the colleagues I have and the people I know, things that are just really.
But you're not. The problem is that a couple of the presentations. Let's be honest here. We're quite commercial. We had Adrian Toby yesterday talking about his business Groundhog. We had Social B talking about their business giving an offer. You're not allowed to do that at word camps. It's not. You're not allowed to be commercial.
But I'll tell you what I think when it comes to these things. We need tools. Professional people need tools.
Sure.
And the fact that some events in our space are limiting the idea to just talk about the line of code really is kind of crazy, because what we want to do is we always want to do more with less. What is your one-liner, Stephanie? Increase your revenue and reduce your workload, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that's the.
I don't know which one-liner.
She was thinking, "Oh no, hang on."
So that's exactly what tools do for you. And what I found is that before I got into the game of Atarim, before I got into So even though I started freelancer, went into the agency game, I didn't know, I didn't even scrape the tip of the iceberg when it comes to understanding project management and understanding processes
Right.
that happen within businesses until I built a product that is designed around it. So we bring Adrian to talk about marketing automations because he researched the game to create a product from scratch for years before he got to a point that he has a scalable product that can actually help thousands and thousands of people. Same thing for all of the different speakers here. So
Yeah.
the tool is important, but the knowledge that you gather as a professional during the time or doing the research that you're doing to actually create a tool that will help a large group of people, that is super valuable. And I don't think any agency owner that needs to take on a hat, and like do this all day long can talk about marketing automation this in the same way like a guy that built a product around marketing automation, or someone that created a product around building static websites,
Right, for sure.
because of all of this kind of back and forth. Or Stephanie, with your services about hiring, outsourcing to outsourcing developers and all of those kind of stuff. I did it, but I'm not an expert on this. But
Right.
you had to get the arrows in your back. You had to learn
And you learn a lot. The same
Yeah.
as with Atarim too. Like it's gosh, there's so much that goes into these things that we don't even realize when we start down the road. But by doing all this and by having stuff like this where we all learn from each other and we all can use each other's tools that we create and stuff too, the cool thing is we basically become greater than the sum of our parts. I love that expression where it's like each of us on our own can only get so far, but if we leverage what we're all doing, then we can come together and really do great things and really help our clients too.
Yeah, it is. So Hannah's asked a question, Vito. Good job. Thank you. Just a small question. How long our replays are online? How long are replays online?
We're keeping the replays from the day 24 hours after they come in, and we're kind of churning them in as they come. So there is a limit in there. So they're basically just going to disappear as we're getting to the next day. But Hannah, I would like to encourage you to click the Unlock for Life button right here. I think it's going to be. Yes, right here. And check out what we have to offer over there. That's how we're building this event through giving you access to not only 40 hours of incredible content that like we had today, but also 35 hours of the content that we had last year and a whole bunch of bonuses. So I can see Stephanie already knows I'm going to go into bonus mode, right? So
wait, there's more.
There's more. And there is more. So check it out, Hannah, in there. And please support the event so we can do a lot more of these things.
But
definitely.
The point of this, the point of the summit today, like I'm saying, it was part of the extend, right?
It's Hans. It's not Hannah.
No, it's Hannah. Oh, Hans. My God, Hans.
Sorry, Hans.
I apologize. Sorry, Hans. Okay.
Oh man, I've been just trashing names all day. It's really hard.
Yeah, we have people from all over the world. That's really the amazing part around it. We had someone yesterday that was joining from Pakistan in the lounge. Andrew, I think you were there with me when we were talking to him, and he was just so grateful that he can hang out with people from all over the world, learn from stuff, because really nothing comes to some places of some places in the world. We are so privileged that we have the opportunity to live in some of the biggest countries in the world. But really, I felt that when I was living back in Israel. Whenever you get like an artist that comes over, it's always like like Leonard Cohen. That's the artist that comes to visit the country.
He's just coming home to visit his family or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so I've had like little cheat sheets on like how to pronounce names.
Nice.
Ivica's on here.
I see he's laughing from how we couldn't pronounce Hannah. But
I know.
Ivica is not easy. It's not easy. I had to correct a few people with Ivica's
You know, I'm gonna tell you right now. Like you read people's names, and they're just your brain computes them, and then it's like you go to Sam, and you know what I actually realized today, Vito? I'm not 100% on how your last name is pronounced.
Oh, I am.
Yeah. How does it go?
I can't say in public. No, I've. It's Peleg.
Peleg. Yeah. Well done.
I mean, that's kind of how I say it in my head, but it could be Peleg. It could be, it could be other things.
Yeah, Peleg, like Pele, you know.
Like a peg leg?
Like
you never
peg
got
leg.
that one, did you? Yes. Yeah. But anyway, so the names are tricky. And then Ivica tries to give me grief. He's like, go to this player so you can listen to how they're pronounced. And I'm like, okay, but, and then he's like, maybe do your homework. I'm like, come on, it's live comments.
He is brutal. I'm telling you, he's brutal.
I was dishing it a little bit first.
Yeah.
I know that's surprising.
So what did you enjoy today, Stephanie? What did you get out of this today? Seriously.
Let me check my notes. Marika. Gosh, I love her. Marika was lovely. I learned how to pronounce her name. I asked her, I practiced it a lot of times, and she was like, it's fine.
Yeah, it's Marieke van der Rocht.
Yeah, Van der Rocht. And I said, I'm just going to say it real fast. What was my solution to that problem.
Yeah.
But gosh, she's lovely. I told her what I said to you guys but when we were in the little green room before, when I saw her ad, I told you guys, I'm like, she's adorable. And she was like, what? She goes, she goes, I've never been called that before. And I'm like, what? You're so sweet and genuine. Like she just comes across as so genuine. But you know what she said? She said, I'm 6'2". So I'm super tall. Like I'm a big lady. So nobody, and I started laughing because I'm like, I'm 5'10", which I don't know if those numbers mean anything to you. Do you guys, you don't measure in feet?
We speak in feet here as well.
Do you? Okay, good. You should, because it's obviously a superior system.
Yeah, really.
That no one ever. So anyway, we had a really cute conversation, and I just loved her. And I got a message from a colleague who was she was so mad. She's in Australia, and she missed the session by an hour. She got her timing wrong. And so she missed it. She was so disappointed. And she said, women that are bosses that are also legendarily nice, we need more of them. And I was like, man, that's perfect. Like that's what Mariska is. She's just like, Marika. I said it wrong already. Jeez. But she's just amazing.
Yeah.
So I really liked it. And her stuff was like rapid fire, awesome tips too. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Well, that plugin has developed. Yoast that's grow. It's kind of grows, and improves, and the code base goes down, and the wizard came in 4 years ago, and all this kind of stuff, and it's got some competitors out there now. But I think because of its strong branding, it's just gonna. It's what you think of, isn't it? It's Yoast,
right?
Yeah.
So like that also correlates to what we were talking about before. So who can you have better to talk about how to implement SEO in the website than the CEO of freaking Yoast?
No one.
Doesn't get more than that.
Not only that, not just the CEO of Yoast, the mother of 4 children, right? And she's married to Yoast. He'll laugh at that, don't worry. And she started the SEO Academy.
Yes.
That's her baby. So there is no one better in our space to talk about SEO.
And that exactly is the point. Like, instead, if I can give a shot, like a bit of suggestion to WordCamps, that are the WordCamp organizers. I think that's kind of crazy that it's not allowed to talk about tools. It's not allowed to really, and that discourages a lot of the top experts in the space to come on in and really share their expertise. Because at the end of the day, all of the speakers that are doing it here on the summit are doing it for free. They're sharing a whole lot of knowledge, but they know that eventually you're gonna, when you think of SEO, you're gonna think of Yoast, you're gonna think of Groundhog when you think of marketing automation, you think of project management when you talk about Atarim, you're gonna think of Stephanie when you talk about Andrew, you know?
Wait, what?
If I had anything else on, I would take this off immediately.
Please don't. Yeah.
No, but
Later.
social, I mean, Social B and all that, and David Polgrol, I think his name is David Polgrol. Really informative, really going down the road, just like Chris Lemmer of recurring income, bulleting it in, pushing it in, the rocket and the sail, great analogies, easy to understand language, and it would just get in there. But I agree with you on WordPress and WordCamps. But the danger is that it could become over commercial. WordCamps are sponsored by the industry as well. And I think, to be fair, if it's allowed to be commercial in the exhibition hall, there should be some tracks that are going to talk about growing your business, making sure. And also, I think hopefully for the Atarim summit next year, what I would love to see is a little bit more diversity, is a little bit more somebody talking about mental health issues around WordPress, about working on your own, working with difficult clients, how you can, negotiation skills and all that kind of stuff.
That's interesting.
And I know that we reached out to people to do that, and they just weren't available or weren't willing to do it at this particular time because there's other things going on. But we really want to increase the awareness of what it's like, especially during COVID, this odd period that we're having of a pandemic, where we are all literally forced to work from, be lone workers, of what that means in real life, how we manage that situation. So, next year, I hope that goes on, and I'd like to carry that conversation on whenever I'm in the networking lounge and see whether people have got some coping mechanisms. I'm good because I am looked after by a wonderful person who brings coffee to me occasionally, so I need to send a text. But I'm quite a loner anyway. I quite like sitting in my, what did you call it?
Your bunker.
My bunker.
Your underground bunker.
My underground bunker. I love it, but the lighting's great, right?
It is great, but it's much better than the day that I called it a bunker. Also, your angle was like, you look like you're... Anyway, I just want to say something about diversity. I just want to say, I'm really proud of us for having...
Let me just
go ahead.
By Lisbon here. I only got the middle of the elemental session. Wanted to rewatch from the start, but it's not on my replay list. So we're bringing them in as we have them, and so it got pushed out. So your wish is my command, Novify Lisbon, and please hit refresh. I now sort this out for you. And you can find Ben Pine's replay right there.
Yeah, I didn't catch that one because but so I was gonna say, I just want you guys to know, as a redhead with blue eyes, I'm the most unique species on the planet. So diversity, covering your minorities. You got 2 gingers on your hosting panel. Are you kidding me right now?
It's amazing, right? And blue eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Vito, you're here with 2 unicorns right now. How does it make you feel? Overwhelmed? You immediately regret your decision?
I didn't notice until now, and now I regret it. Yeah, exactly.
Now you regret it. Yeah.
It explains a lot. It explains a lot.
The schedule's locked in. They're going to go, where are they? Where are those ginger people with blue eyes?
But really, around talking about diversity, I agree, and we actually made a special effort to make that happen, especially balance the gender, because I know that a lot of events this really doesn't happen at all. You have 5% women in the on the speaker list, so we are pretty much 50-50 on that at least. But we also sorry.
That's really amazing.
And really, Stephanie, it wasn't easy.
It's not easy, Stephanie. Really, it's like
and
really.
and also with other stuff. So I'm not saying that this is what led the decision to bring the people on board. I think that expertise is more important than
Key.
who is talking.
Yeah.
Like what they're saying is actually my leading point. But I did make an extra effort to make sure that that I find top experts that also qualify under some of those things, so that we can get a more diverse group into the different rooms. I wish we'd had a bit more ethnicities. I don't know. Am I diverse? Am I? I think I am. Yeah, right.
Yeah, you're very.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a little pasty, but
Yeah,
technically,
but it's only because like the only sunlight I get is from the screens.
yeah.
But if you put me in my natural habitat, I'm brown.
Yeah.
The only
sure.
reason I've got the color I've got is the high blood pressure. What can I tell you? I'm in the web world.
Exactly. Yeah, I think I've noticed just in the past couple years that the female representation has really improved. And I'm not an overly sensitive person on that topic, really, but it's been great to see. And there's so many in the different Facebook groups and stuff, so many amazing women that are really growing their businesses and sharing their knowledge and doing awesome things. We got, and we had, we had Marika today. We had Beth Livingston yesterday.
We had Roxana today.
Donata was yesterday.
Yeah.
And tomorrow we have. Is this a good time to start talking about who's coming on tomorrow?
Yeah, can definitely
Seems like it. Yeah, we got some real cool ladies tomorrow. Melissa
Marjorie
Love
was here today as well.
Oh yeah, Marjorie. Yeah. Melissa Love is amazing. She's one of those ladies that has really helped. She's really grown her business and helped a lot of other women with theirs as well. And Christina Romero is going to be on tomorrow. Our pal Nicole Osborne talking about getting noticed on LinkedIn, getting your dream clients.
Tanya.
Amber, Tanya. Yeah, tomorrow is like led by women.
That's I know. Awesome. We have 2 talks on accessibility tomorrow, back to back.
Yes,
by ladies.
That's really by design. What I wanted to create is first about building. So you can see that they are in 2 different categories. One is in the build category, and then one is in the thrive category. So when it comes to build, you want to make sure that you're building accessibility into the product that you're delivering to clients. But then it doesn't end there, and you have to understand the repercussions of not including accessibility into the projects that you've built before. Or upgrading and expanding on it as this topic evolves over the upcoming years, and that's why we brought it into the cost of it. How much does it really cost you and your clients by ignoring this? So first, we're going to talk about how to do it, and then why it's important to do it from the business aspect of it.
Yeah.
So
And Colleen is a pal of mine. She's a really smart lady. And then they're not ladies, but the rest of the day I think that's going to be a real good one too. The WAS talk with Matt Rodella, and then I don't know Chip Edwards, but I'm excited to hear what he's going to teach us about Alexa. I've actually been kind of surprised that we don't hear more. Hey, wait, why is it so quiet and peaceful in here?
Yeah, we lost the noise the noise generator, right?
Yeah. So the
shelter got bombed, right?
The shelter got bombed.
See what I mean,
Your
people?
bunker
I have
was
to put
hit.
up with it for 12 hours a day. I get it from Vito and I get it from Hudson. What the hell? No, my internet connection went down, so I'm now on 3G because I've got a backup, unlike Mr. Pele today. There you go.
Look at you.
I was back in within 2 minutes, really.
You guys had an outage?
Well, my computer crashed because I had like just too many screens open, and I was talking to people and different stuff. So I'm learning to be more efficient with my tabs.
Yeah. One of these days I'll learn that.
So you're talking about Chip. So Chip, actually, it's a really interesting story about his session because I met Chip at this event last year at the lounge. And over at the networking lounge, we started talking about what he does. So like everyone was introducing themselves, and he was talking about how Alexa is starting to become a thing for website builders, and how to include like voice commands and search. And like people are searching through voice nowadays, and so how you can get that in and be included in that, and basically just be first to market when it comes to those things. And I was so intrigued by what he was saying last year. So this year I reached out to him and I told him, Chip, let's bring this talk to the community.
I can't wait. He looks like a fisherman.
Yeah, and there was a talk about, like, there was a conversation in the GoWP group about how Chip might do his session from while walking around in the woods. I guess that's a thing that might happen. Yeah, so so
I hope so. I'm running that session too, so I better.
So
I better be on my toes.
Have solid internet connection and you can figure out the internet throughout the game. I'm up for it. So Stephanie, be prepared.
That's gonna be a fun one. I can't wait to meet this guy. Yeah, it's awesome. I'm trying to remember if I met him last year in the thing. There were so many cool people in the networking lounge. I haven't gotten to spend enough time there this time. I've been too busy.
Yeah, me neither, really. Last year.
What is this long? That is so long. What is it? The Marvelous Suspender. You know what I use is Workona. It's a tab management thing, but they just released a new update where it will auto suspend tabs in the background, or you can suspend them on purpose if they're hogging. Yeah, it's really nice.
That happen. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, but sometimes you have to open, especially like let's say I'm helping the speakers or helping the sponsors. I open like 20 tabs of sponsors and just jump around between them, so they don't get to the place where they offload. Anyway, back to today's sessions. So what else? We're gonna look at the session replays here. I want to talk a little bit about the GoDaddy talk. So I kind of drilled Adam over there, and
you did?
Yeah. So I think Andrew, you were sending me a message that I might be too harsh. Who sent me that message?
I never sent you a message like that. I think if these people come up and they're speakers, you should drill them.
Well, yeah.
You should give them a heart.
Really, what I wanted to touch is just just talk about the elephant in the room when it comes to GoDaddy and like what happened there. Because I know that when I started building websites, I didn't look left and right. I was going GoDaddy all the way, like with clients and with I still have all of my domains in there, but hosting and all of that. And then eventually it started becoming, I literally had GoDaddy on my speed dial. And that's,
wow.
Yeah, like it was like the number one on my speed dial.
Don't you think that's the reason GoDaddy Pro was kind of launched, right?
Yeah.
Because it's managed. You're going to get that. You're going to get that kind of thing. I am sick and tired, beyond tired, of customers coming to me and saying, I can get this for $1 a month. Mm-hmm. Go on then.
Go ahead.
And then face the problems, because I'm not going to deal with your host. I'm not going to build you a website and put it on $1 a month host. It's just not going to happen, right?
Right.
And that's I've got a thing about hosts. I wrote a blog post on my website about it, so go and have a look at it. I'm tired of people being too cheap, right? I'm tired of the mentality that people shouldn't be paid for what they do. I'm tired of almost free plugins. I think that every time I buy a plugin or I get a plugin from the repository, I promise you, I donate. If there's a donate button, I will donate. I believe in premium, and I think if someone has worked really, really hard, then they should be, and saved me hours or days even, they should be flipping well paid for it. It's that simple, because I'm earning money from it. And I think that we should persuade our customers that $50 a month is the minimum you should pay for hosting. Minimum.
Right.
And it's the problem of the hosts, because they're going for the lowest common denominator, and it's a competitive market. I absolutely get that. So the formation,
that's the thing.
The formation of GoDaddy Pro is great. The formation of Kinster, the formation of Flywheel, the WP Engine, the $25 starting price. Great news for the WordPress and website community, because we should pay a premium if we're expecting good service, good support, and 100% uptime, or 99.999% uptime, and the support ticket to be answered in 5 minutes. We got to pay for it. It's that simple, So I'm all for pro services. I'm disappointed with hosts. It's annoying, and I use cheap hosts. Don't get me wrong. I still do it, because why wouldn't I? But the thing is that they're not. Every cheap host that I use.
Did you just say that you went on this rant and then said the complete opposite thing?
No, but I do, because I've got static websites. I don't have WordPress websites on cheap hosting, and to move my customers from I'm talking cheap host $10 a month, right? That's cheap. So I won't go for the $2.75, but the cheap hosts that are $2.75 or $1.75 a month per website, forget it, guys. How can you possibly give people good service for $1 a month? Just, you can't do it. So stop it.
Right. Really, I agree. And how is this even expected to work? To what extent? And now I even see hosting companies. There is really a hosting offering on AppSumo at the moment, and that is like, whoa! I'm not gonna touch it.
No, I just roll right past that one.
I think it was a lifetime deal, wasn't it?
Yeah, lifetime deal on hosting for like $50 or something like that for forever. What are you expecting to get?
I know that you did a lifetime deal and everything, and I think lifetime deals have their place, but only once, right? But a lot of people are using lifetime deals as crowdfunders, so that's going to be they're hoping for 1,000 customers at $50 or 10,000 customers at $50. All of a sudden, I've got a load of money. I can invest in the infrastructure, and now I can.
I get that. I understand.
And I've been there, and you've been there, and everyone's been there. So I get that. But for something as important as hosting, ouch! If you think you've got a great idea, go. There's plenty of people that will invest in your business. Do a crowdfunder for it, and say this is what you get in your crowdfunder. If you invest $500, you'll get lifetime hosting, because we're going for like $10 million now. This crowdfunder is a $10 million one, and we want everyone to give us $500. So that's the key. But it's pricing of a product, pricing of a service, and all this kind of stuff. So, I love premium, Raphael, and that's the way it should. We should all pay for something that makes our lives a bit easier, I reckon.
All right, so as we're kind of wrapping up the session and really wrapping up the day, first of all, I want to thank everyone that stayed with us until now, with not only one host but 3 hosts rambling on for 45 minutes. So it was an amazing day, and really I'm having so much fun this week, even though I'm so tired. I'm also feeling the love from everyone, and I'm feeling the good energy that people are coming in, they're learning, and hopefully also implementing, but they're opening their minds, and really that's what coming into events is all about, just immersing yourself within an industry that you want to be part of. So let's do just a quick recap of what's happening tomorrow, and I'm going to share my screen even for that. So people know what to expect. Right, so let me scroll down to the schedule, and we're going to start here with Thibaut. In the first thing in the morning from Weglot, he's going to talk to us about multilingual websites, how to generate additional revenue for your agency. And I'm going to share this with you guys and tell you that this has been one of the biggest upsells for my own agency, additional languages. So we were doing every additional language for £1,800. and it took like 30 minutes to set up when we had the system in place already. That's not including translating it, just setting up multilingual for an additional thing. So, and people see the value in it because basically you kind of create another website really for them. So that this is a huge opportunity. So 3K websites, 4K websites, pounds, right? And then 1,800 more for any additional language. And we had clients that had 6 languages on a website, so you can imagine what that did to the profit margin of those projects. So I'm excited for Thibaut's talk here. Then Melissa Rachel Love is gonna talk about turn your website into a marketing machine. So again, I'm gonna focus around the categories. And by the way, to the hosts that are in the room, when we have the speakers in, address that. I think that this is important for people to understand not what the session is about, but where it falls within their journey. What the 4 categories are really all about the different places within your journey. So expanding your services through multi-language, through multilingual websites, and that is what Thibaut is going to talk to us about. And then as you scale, you need to generate leads. How do you generate leads? You turn your website into a marketing machine. And that's exactly what Melissa Love is going to talk to us about. After that, we're going to go back to the multilingual
Language.
side of things, yes, with Tanya. But then it's in the build category. And now you see how it all comes into play, how it all connects together, because we want to build we want to understand how to build a website that is that has those features in place, but then we also want to know how to use that as a selling mechanism for additional revenue for our agency when we expand services. Then we're going to move over to talking within the Thrive category, talking to the lovely Christina Romero that is moving houses. Who is doing Christina? I think that's still me, right? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Me.
No, that's you, Andrew, right?
Yeah.
So Christina's just moving houses, so you're probably going to see a lot of boxes around her, but she was still kind enough to join us on this session. So Christina just sold her agency. She built a care plan business for many years, and she just sold it I think like 6 months ago. So it's all very fresh, and we're going to learn how she figured out how to measure the value of a web agency, and not only how to measure the value of it, but really how to build a business that can be sold. And I think that one of the cool things about one of the mindset shifts that I had when I was going into when I was starting to scale up my agency, I grabbed this from this one consultant that I was working with, and he told me, "Are you gonna sell your agency?" And I told him, "I don't know, you know." So he told me, "Doesn't matter. Build your business to sell, because then you know you have a healthy business." And so that is what we're going to be talking about here: the value you bring to your clients, understanding what that means, how to build those processes in place so that you can just, if you want, you can sell it, but if not, you get the peace of mind yourself, not selling it to someone else, because people buy peace of mind when they buy businesses. Really, they want turnkey, right? Then we're moving on to Nicole, and within the expand category. So we talked about scaling by making your business, your website into a marketing machine. But really, when it comes to expanding your business, it's not about leads at scale, but it's about finding the right customer so you don't waste time, because usually at that stage, you don't have the capacity to deal with 200 leads. You know, what are you going to do with 200 leads when you're just a one-man band, you know? So what you want to do is you want to find the right customers. And that's what Nicole is going to teach us, how to do that organically without spending money on ads through LinkedIn. And then we have 2 back-to-back sessions around accessibility, as we mentioned. One around the build, how to build accessibility into your client's website, and then understanding how that kind of moves the needle when it comes to the cost of not doing this for you and your clients when you scale, when you get into the Thrive category. And the last 2 sessions of the day, we have one on the scale, which is WAS. So we had a really interesting one today by Chase about providing, creating creating a SaaS model within the agency for the lower tier customers. And then Matthew Odella, who is really one of the top experts, or one of the 2 experts on WAS. He's gonna be talking to us about why every agency needs a WAS. And really, I only learned about this model, this concept, after we already kind of stopped bringing new clients and we were already fully engaged with Atarim. But if I would have built my agency nowadays, this would have been one of the first steps that I would have taken instead of dealing with all of those, like, why rebuild from scratch every time? Why? It doesn't make any sense, really. So WAS, really. And then after that, we're going to go into the build and seeing how we can incorporate Amazon Alexa into your website design for when you're building clients. And I think that this could be an additional upsell, really, also for a lot of websites, existing clients, and so on. So what do you guys think?
A busy day, right?
I might come. I think it's worth it. I'll show up.
I don't have a choice, so you know. I'm kidding.
You guys are locked in.
We're locked in. We're locked in. But it's been fun, and also going around. We've got to encourage people to go to the lounges and the networking. I had a great chat with Taco and the crew. Yeah, you've put that up, and I put it up again. Hang on, let's do it again. What are you doing?
Don't fight.
Go for it.
Don't fight.
Push the same one.
Taco Verdon shot. Now that is a cool name. What the heck? That's an awesome name.
Taco Verdon shot.
Yeah, that's a cool name.
Don't know. I've spent a lot of time
Taco or taco though.
Well, taco. Well, it's taco in American, isn't it? It's taco here, right? So in the UK and Europe, taco. But anyway, enough of that.
What is where he lives?
It's from the Netherlands. Yeah.
From the Netherlands.
Sorry.
But they, we had a great time in the Yoast booth. Go to the booths, right? Meet these people. I had a chat with Hans from Termageddon because I know him anyway. He's so pleased the way it's going in the booths. I've had a chat with the Yoast guys. I popped into the Elementor room, which was a bit full. Ben was holding court. It was great. And I think the value that we get from this platform is that we are definitely a networking platform. We can have the hallway chats. We can see the hosts introduce, the MCs introduce everybody. So it's good. It's good that we've got this system. And, Atarim collaboration tool, what do you reckon this is? This is collaboration at its height, isn't it?
What, like the event platform? Yeah, that's a whole different level of collaboration. But really, a lot of the things that I learned through Atarim allowed us to build this platform because it's just about communications, connecting people, making sure that everyone knows what's going on. And the principles of communications are stuff that are, that can be carried across to all kinds of different use cases and approaches. So I really researched communications a whole lot, and the essence of what is communication, so that we can build a product that eliminates back and forth. And I think that that's what we managed to also do here. And look who joined us! He's in a cave of his own.
What the heck?
So Hans, we're actually
broadcasting
into the live session because I'm sharing my screen here. So I don't know if people can hear you. Can you guys hear Hans?
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Can they see me in the dark backdrop too?
Yeah.
Fantastic. That's the
spaceship
branding I want to do with Termageddon.
So. Lurking in the shadows.
Yeah.
So how's it going, Hans? From a sponsor's perspective, how's it going? You're live in the lounge.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear, but I'm going to pass the question to you, Hans, so you can answer. Andrew is asking, how is it going over at the booth? Are you enjoying yourself?
Oh yeah, I'm having a ton of fun. It's always nice when people join in and they're just so amazed at seeing this spinning wheel, and like I can see like they like I have to pause, like wait for them to do it because they like enjoy it so much. So I've met tons of new people. I've seen a lot of old faces.
Oh, I now kind of spun the wheel. Yeah, I want something.
Oh, we got Taco as well.
And Taco, how are you doing, Taco?
What's up, Taco? Hey, is it taco or taco? What did he say?
It was the quickest way into the live stream.
There's 27 more spots, so
yeah.
very clever.
Taco guys, pretty smart.
How was your booth over at Yoast today, Taco?
A lot of fun. Like Andrew said, we had a great conversation earlier, and yeah, we've seen quite a few people join over the past couple of days. But yeah, I'm hoping that we'll see many more people in the next few.
Yeah. So well, we're just getting started. Oh, we're actually in the middle. We're not getting started, but we're just in the middle. But there's still loads of fun to be made inside the places. So have you guys been to the lounge and stuff also?
Yeah, I've snuck into the lounge a couple times, and like, so people might have come by and seen like a sign like I'm out at the lounge or I'm like having lunch or something. So, but I've had it running all day today. So
that's brilliant, Hans. That's great. Well, it's good to see you guys, and well, it's just 11 p.m. here in the UK. So as we're wrapping up the hour, this is I'm gonna leave you guys to hang out here in the booth, and I'm gonna head back and close the last broadcast of the day. Thanks for supporting the event, both Termageddon and Yoast, and it's great to see you guys.
Thank you.
See ya.
Well, and also thank you, Andrew and Stephanie, for for hosting with me, for co-hosting the event with me. Thank you to all the amazing people that have joined us on the live sessions, and we still have 65 people that are hanging till the last minute. So thanks a lot for that, and I'm excited for tomorrow morning. Have a great evening, everyone.
See you later, everybody. See you tomorrow.
See you, Stephanie. Nice to see you. Take care.
Bye.